We're going to take off. Okay, I think we're good to go. Okay. Welcome, everyone. My name is Rachel Garcia. I'm coming to you live from Jacksonville, Florida, where I live with my husband and one of our two children, my 16-year-old, although our 19-year-old just came home from Clemson. And I'm going to be sharing some information with you tonight that I believe could be life-changing for you and your family. It was absolutely life-changing for our family when we first looked at this back in 15 years ago, back in 2008. I'm very aware that time is precious and that that's the one thing we can't get back. And so my goal is to give you enough information in a short amount of time that you can make an educated decision about whether or not you're interested in partnering with whoever invited you in some way or another. When I first took a look at this, my nephew, the little guy with the red hair on the left, had just been diagnosed with severe autism. And I had sat with my sister as the doctor told her, he will never speak. He screamed all day long. He will never have more than the mind of a 3-year-old. He will always be in diapers. And at the time, my son next to him was 3 as well, and I had a 9-month-old. And I was practicing medicine full time as a physician assistant, and I had a lot of questions. What is autism? Why did he have it? Is it genetic? Is it vaccinations? This is not a webinar on autism. I'm just letting you know what it is that drew me in and caught my attention when we first got started. I began to do an extensive amount of research on what is autism and came to the decision, the conclusion that food, nutrition is really, really important. My husband and I had just spent $50,000 opening a skincare retail store in Ponte Vedra Beach and another $50,000 opening a construction company. I worked full-time as a physician assistant. He worked full-time as a construction estimator, and we never saw our kids. So I started those businesses with the hope that they would be able to create enough money that I would be able to maybe work as a PA part-time and spend more time with my kids. I was missing field trips. I was missing the fun stuff, and that was killing me. And so I was not interested in adding anything to my plate. I was looking for things that made my life easier, and it had become very apparent to me the importance of nutrition. So I was trying to do that on my own at the health food store, with the juicer, with the organic garden in my backyard. And I won't say I was failing. I just wasn't seeing any changes. And it was really hard to do all of that on my own. And so this was me. This was healthy Rachel when I was doing the juicing. And in this picture, I had just hired a personal trainer. I spent $3,000, and in 3 months, I lost 3 pounds. So I kind of felt like, gosh, this is just always going to be my size. And I was getting very little sleep at night. My mind raced all night long. But if you'd asked me, do you need help with health? I would have been like, oh no, I've just studied my butt off on it for the last 6 months. I know all about health and nutrition, yet I didn't look like I knew about it. And we were clearly struggling. So my brothers asked me to watch a presentation like this, and I had no time. But, they basically said, Rachel, you can say no. It might not be for you at all, but give me an educated no. And that made sense to me. Like, I already knew I was going to say no. But I'm like, let me just know what I'm saying no to. So I watched their presentation, very similar to what you're watching tonight. And immediately I recognized what the speaker was saying as truth. They were talking about the need to cleanse your body of the toxins we've been consuming since we were born, the need to pour nutrition, plant-based, into our body, and how no one is doing that. And then they showed all the studies showing that that was true, which I'd already read. And then they were talking about how it was used in a clinical practice with patients for 30 years. And I said, I'm in. I can't out-research 30 years. Give it to me. I'm ready to go. Within days, my 3-year-old's horrible constipation issues were gone. My horrible insomnia was gone. 3 months later, I looked like this. My husband also had a dramatic weight loss, although the weight loss was not the massive change for him. I will tell you, we were 10 years married at that point, and we were struggling. He struggled with extreme depression. He struggled with extreme anger issues. I was encouraged to put him on medications. I was a prescriber. I wrote 200 prescriptions a day at that time in my career, and I knew the negative side effects of that. And so I just decided we were going to pray our way through it. 6 weeks in, those crazy highs and crazy lows were gone. We were not experiencing that anymore. You also see he had a tremendous change in his physical appearance. This is my nephew. He started speaking the 3rd month in on this system. And that was my wake up when I said, what is this? And I dove in, did a little bit more research, and then I began telling everyone all about it. Bo just graduated from the same high school I graduated from this past May. Pretty traumatic life change for our family. which then caused me to say, I have to tell people, which then caused me to open my eyes and realize it wasn't just kids on the spectrum. It was every health issue that we face as a human race is the result of these three things that I'm going to talk about tonight. It was used in a clinical practice for 30 years. It's now used in multiple clinical practices. I have multiple physician friends who are on the wellness advisory panel of this company who are now writing these products, giving these products as if they're prescriptions instead of prescriptions that they fill at the pharmacy. And they chose just to spread it by word of mouth when they first started. They could have hired a marketing firm. They could have paid to put it on a shelf at Whole Foods, and I would have never found it. I found it because my brothers called me and said, you've got to look at this. Patients, when I was seeing 70 patients a day. Every day someone would be like, oh, you've got to check out our oils. Oh, you've got to check out this cream. I had no interest in anything they were trying to share with me. My brother, someone that I believe, love, trust, said, you've got to look at this. And I said, okay. And that's why I'm here today. And I will tell you, I have helped tens of thousands of people throw prescriptions in the trash in the last 15 years of sharing this message. I now believe, after 20 years of practicing medicine and 15 years of sharing this message, that there's three reasons why we struggle with disease and illness in this country. And I mean, you name it. You can type it in the Q&A below. What are the health issues you're struggling with in your family? Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's your parents, your grandparents. Whatever's in your genetic pipeline is coming towards you faster than it hit them because of what I'm about to share with you. We're toxic. We are lacking in nutrition, and we're out of balance. The toxicity comes from the plastic on the pans and the Tupperware and the water bottles. The toxicity comes from these guys spraying our food, and we're eating it. We have to eat it. We are being poisoned. We've got to get the poison out. Just like we cleanse our cars when we take them in for the oil change every 10,000 miles, they don't just put new oil and new air filters in. They get the old junk out and put new stuff in. When was the last time you cleansed your body out? You have 7 eliminatory channels: your lungs, your liver, your skin, your lymphatic system, kidneys, blood, and intestines. They must be cleansed. And if they are not, they become overloaded with toxins. When someone is in septic shock, we go to the ER, we draw the blood levels, checking all of those eliminatory channels. You need to be cleansed out, just like we cleanse out your car. You want to know what's crazy? You have multiple cars over your lifetime. You have multiple roofs over your lifetime. But if the roof breaks, if there's a hole in your roof, you're going to spend thousands of dollars to get it fixed. We're going to spend thousands of dollars to fix our car's brakes and our car's tires. But what about you? The one irreplaceable asset you get is this body we live in. We're out of balance. We don't get enough sleep. We don't get enough exercise. We're staring at our phones all day long. We're consuming too much sugar. We're extremely acidic because of all the meat, dairy, sugar, soda, coffee, processed, packaged foods we're consuming, and not enough plants. Read the book, The China Study. It talks all about and proves that people who consume more plants than they do all those other things are less prone to disease and infection. It's been proven over and over and over again. And we're extremely lacking in nutrition. We are eating processed, packaged foods. Go to any local lunchroom, see what the kids are eating. The journals are showing it. This is an old study. More than half of American children are not getting the vitamins and minerals that they need. So the educated are supplementing, right? Your internet warriors, you watch a commercial about some sort of special vitamin. You guys get a lot of ear infections in your family, so you Google it up. Whatever pops up first. They just paid a lot of money to a marketing firm to make that pop up first. You buy it, you use it for a couple of days, and then you stop using it because it's not making a difference. If you don't travel with your supplementation, you probably can't tell when you take it. If you can't tell when you're taking your vitamins, they're probably doing no good, but they're important. The educated are supplementing because they know everything I'm saying is true. It's finding a good one that works, that makes the difference. Okay, 30-day satisfaction guarantee that you will feel a difference after consuming what I'm walking you through tonight. Now, some people say, oh, I eat healthy. I can just eat my way out of this problem. No, you cannot. You cannot. Now, forget the fact that we need to get the toxins out of your body. Just the healthy eaters out there. 14 years ago, in 2010, multiple studies were done showing that you need 8 oranges, 80 cups of spinach, 99 ears of corn, and 2 cups of wheat to get the same nutrition our grandparents got from one of each of those things. Look at the calories. Who's eating 80 cups of spinach anyways? Nobody, right? So we're basically walking around starving is what we're doing. So we're filling our mouths with anything that we can, and we're getting no nutrition from it. Okay, enter pure. Their three-tiered philosophy of cleanse your body of the toxins, balance out your pH, and build your cells up with whole raw food nutrition are why I've helped tens of thousands of people throw prescriptions in the trash. I'm not making claims about what's going to happen with you, but I'm going to tell you what I've seen was significant enough for me to walk away from practicing medicine. I went to school for 8.5 years and spent $100,000 to become a physician assistant. I made more than most physicians because of the field that I was in. I made great money, but I wasn't helping people. Medicine's changed. And I'm going to tell you right now, I went to my doctor and had my servicing because of my arm pain. Oh, what'd they do? Some lab results, some scans, and wrote you some prescriptions, cutting out your thyroid, cutting out your gallbladder. That's not a servicing, guys. We got to cleanse, balance, and build. We have a whole medical advisory panel made up of physicians who are using these products in their offices. The physician's desk reference, which is what I used for 20 years to write those prescriptions, has many of our products in it. And this is what I call the 30-day servicing. The company calls it the Core Plus. I call it the 30-day servicing. I want you to think about servicing your body like you service your car. Okay. You do it every day for 30 days. These are 7 products you take every day for 30 days to cleanse the 7 eliminatory channels, your lungs, your liver, your skin, your lymphatic system, kidneys, blood, and intestines. Balance out your pH, balance out your sleep, balance out your energy levels, your hormones. No, we're not giving you any hormones. Pure allows your body to work the way it's supposed to work. And we're going to build your trillions of cells that are screaming out for whole raw food nutrition. We're going to build them up with whole raw food, plant-based nutrition. I'm not going to walk through what each of these products do tonight because, as I said earlier, time is important and you can't get it back. But I have multitudes of videos explaining what each of these products are, or maybe you want to see all of them in a short video. We've got that as well. Ask whoever invited you to share that with you. If you are over 40, you're really toxic. You're really lacking in nutrition. If you're walking around with self-medicating, you've got over-the-counter pills in your bag or prescription pills in your bag that you pop every single day. By the way, if you're taking pills to sleep at night, we can see it in your blood work. It's either affecting your kidneys in a negative way or your liver in a negative way. This is all whole raw food, plant-based nutrition. What you see on this page is called the Core Complete. It includes the superfruits, 4 superfruits that have been used for thousands of years in the areas where they're grown. Noni comes from the volcanic regions of the earth. Goji comes from the Himalayan mountains. Noni's been shown to kill all parasites. It's huge for burning in your esophagus. I'm not going to use the diagnosis clinical name because I don't want to make claims about what happens. But do you struggle with that burning in your throat? Make sure you add Noni onto your 30-day servicing. Do you struggle with mood, circulation, libido issues? Add the Goji on. Okay, maybe add all 4 on with the Core Complete if you're over 40 or you're constantly popping medications. These are the 6 things that almost everyone feels who does these products every day for 30 days. Better sleep. This happened to me in days. I started sleeping like a rock instead of mind racing all night, which leads to more energy. Your pain is reduced if you have it, if not totally gone. Better bowel habits, whether you go too much or too little. We have way too many bowel issues in this country: irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, diverticulitis, diverticulosis, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, leaky gut. Oh my gosh, it could go on forever. I don't care what it is. Pure gets your body working the way it's supposed to work. It should be smooth and easy, like a Wendy's Frosty, 2 times a day, maybe even 3. You notice that by the end of 30 days. Better mood. You might not know if you're a grouchy person, but everyone around you does, and they will all notice. And you don't want to be the grouchy person in the room. All right. Maybe you're the rager. You're the one who's always angry for no reason. You are going to love this, or the people in your life will love this. And weight loss. I lost 3 pounds my first month. And then I was aware that I wasn't hungry anymore. And I lost the other 28, 29 pounds over the next 2 months. Most people notice these 6 things. In fact, if 100 people start on the Core Plus, the 30-day servicing, 93 of them repeat purchase unsolicited. Meaning I don't have to call you and say, hey, you're about to run out of your stuff. You call us. You order online because you freak out when you run out because you can tell the difference. Okay, so a lot of people go, oh, that seems like a lot of stuff. That seems too hard to take. These are my guys when they were little taking the products. Okay, I actually have videos of them when they're even younger, but we do shots, we do smoothies. They've been taking these products every single morning since they were toddlers. Why? Because I'm a medical provider. I did the research on what's on the products, and I recognized I was not doing a good job as a mom. It's not the teacher's job. It's not the doctor's job. It's our job as parents to get the nutrition in the kids. This is the smoothie we now make every single morning. My boys are pretty serious bodybuilders. They are asked everywhere they go, what is it that they consume? How is it that they excel? And anybody who's an athlete knows all athletes are disciplined. Where you succeed, where you excel above your competition is your repair and your nutrition. Are you repairing your muscles and are you feeding them nutrition? And that's where Pure really stands out. We have an entire sports line. Again, my boys are pretty significant with their goals in the gym. This is the smoothie that we consume every day. Now I'm going to pause for a moment and bring on a guest speaker who has had just a life-changing story with Pure. And I'm excited for you guys to share her story because she's going to talk about how she watched me from afar and then really held off on deciding whether or not she was going to get involved. And I'm excited for you guys to hear what kind of finally took her over the edge of getting involved. And then what happened? What did she do? What happened? And so guys, this is Lindley Paskey. She has one of the largest teams in this entire company, meaning she's changed a lot of lives since she jumped on board with us in 2018. So hi, Lindley. Thank you so much for jumping on and sharing your story.
Hi, Rachel. I am excited to share. I will tell you, this is something that I can't help but share with other people after knowing what it's done for us for the last 6 years. So you probably have heard Rachel talking tonight and think she is amazing. She can do this. She's brilliant. She's educated. Of course, she can do this and have great success on the health side and on the financial business side, which she's going to talk a little bit about in a minute. That was me. I watched her. She's my sister-in-law. And kind of talked myself out of really even getting involved on the health side because that was not my niche. I didn't really know a lot about it. I didn't have a lot of major health issues until I hit 40. At 40, I was 40 pounds overweight. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I didn't sleep well, had anxiety, and my husband's cholesterol was creeping up. They wanted to put him on a statin. On the other end of that, I was in a toxic corporate job. Yes, I was making 6 figures, but I never saw my kids. I was working probably 85 hours a week. And luckily, Rachel cared enough about me, loved me enough to say, Lindley, please look at what I'm doing. You don't have to be me. You can just use the tools that I'm using to share the same message with other people. So I jumped in with both feet. I was looking for a health change. I was looking for a change in our finances. And I can't tell you 6 years later, when I think about what my life would have looked like had I not made that decision in the 6 years that we've been here, I can't even tell you the difference. Our health has drastically changed. I don't struggle with anxiety and depression like I did. I was not sleeping well. My weight would just creep up and up and up, and there was nothing I could do to get it off. I tried every fad diet to get some kind of movement. And really, it was just my body was starving and we didn't have the nutrition we needed. My husband's cholesterol, we literally watched it cut in half on his blood work. So, blood work doesn't lie. He made some changes. Yes, we did some things with our health, but really supplementation is where that happened. In the financial side of our lives, we saw a transformation that I was not expecting. Yes, I thought, if we start supplementing and doing the right thing with our health, we'll probably see some changes. We do now travel with the suitcase of supplements. We are those people. And before, really, my healthiest decision was Chick-fil-A over McDonald's. But the fact that we're traveling with supplements means that we're traveling. We have been able to travel and be with our family on some of the most incredible trips. Before Pure, we would go to maybe a family friend's place for the weekend that was maybe a few hours away and spend that weekend with the boys. Going to Disney World was like we were saving for 2 years to be able to go and take our kids to Disney World. Since we got started with Pure, not only have we been able to earn income that supports us to be able to travel, but the company has allowed us to travel as a perk, literally as a perk of sharing this gift with other people. We have been to Italy. We've been to Hawaii. We have been to Costa Rica. We have been all over the world with this company. And really, outside of the finances, which have been tremendous, y'all, I have paid for private school for my kids for the last 4 years. I'm getting ready to pay cash for college. The finances have been tremendous. I quit my toxic marketing job. But more than that has been the time freedom, the time that I've been able to have with my kids, the time to travel. Before, when I was working my job, if I was on vacation, guess what I had with me? My job. It followed me everywhere I went. And I really was never able to have a great vacation because I was always working. I worked in retail and wholesale marketing. And so Thanksgiving, Black Friday, I was on my phone watching the numbers. I was not enjoying the time with my family. And I realized that my kids were literally growing up without me. I couldn't pick them up in the afternoons. I wasn't with them. And over the last 6 years, we have had the ability to be with our children. I have had the ability to be with my boys like no other. I've taken them on college visits. I've been at every field trip. I've been at every football game. I'm getting ready to be able to travel to see them in college and actually allow them to say, you know what, go wherever you would like to go. Dream big. You don't have to stay where college is paid for and it's free. We actually have the ability to do that. And so for me, the gift of time, the gift of health, the gift of finances has been tremendous. And I'm so thankful that somebody cared enough about you to invite you to take a look at this tonight, because I watched Rachel for a lot of years before I felt like this is a gift that was meant for me. And so don't watch, don't sit on the sidelines. The tools are there for you to be able to get your health on track. And Rachel's about to share with you how the tools are there for you to be able to actually share this with others and change your life in a way that you may not have even imagined was possible. So thanks for having me, Rachel.
You're welcome, Lindley, and thanks for joining and sharing your story. So you guys, Lindley obviously has had a radical change in her health and in her life. And I'm going to kind of dive in now to, how does this work and what can maybe you expect if you decide to get involved and partner with us. And so I didn't get to touch on, and I want to briefly touch on, there's a few other places you can go. I told you there's thousands of hours of videos out there. So Changing Lives with Pure is a Facebook page we're going to tell you about. PureLifeChangers.com is a page that you can go to that has the doctors talking about the products. This is Lindley's radical change that she experienced. We have an entire weight loss program for those people who say, I need to do more than just a 30-day servicing. Maybe you're thinking of doing something very radical. Let me just tell you, following this system, this plan, we have a cleanse, balance, build, burn program. Ask whoever invited you about it. There's a current transformation challenge going on, and a number of people that I work very closely with won it last month, and they have won $3,000 and $1,500. So if you are interested in going to that level, reach out, ask whoever invited you. I want you to know there's a number of different plans that our company offers. We have a skincare line that is tremendous. I was out and about this past weekend with women that were younger than me, and I heard over and over and again, they couldn't believe, I'm 48 years old, I'm about to be 49. They all thought I was in my late 30s. I'm telling you that I used to sell the most expensive skincare you can find. What we have here with our Korean skincare system, we could run the whole company just off of that. We have the detox program. We have a program for kids. We have an immune boosting program. We have a sports line that I haven't even touched on. And we just released a new healthy coffee that tastes like gourmet coffee and is $1 a cup. Like what we have here, everyone you share this with will be interested in. Ask whoever invited you to add you to our Changing Lives with Pure Facebook page. It is full of testimonies. Use the magnifying glass up in the top right-hand corner. Type in whatever you're struggling with: migraines, ADHD, cholesterol, blood pressure, kidney issues, liver issues. What are you struggling with? And you will pull up testimonies. I've been doing this for 15 years and got smart maybe halfway through and started to accrue and acquire the testimonies and put them all in one location. This is the future. If someone is trying to sell you on a company, guys, or on a product that just launched, I just want to offer you a warning. We've been around for 15 years. 2% of all companies that start make it past the 5-year mark. There are a lot of times all about hype. There are a lot of times all about the money that can be made really fast. And I just want to warn you, be wary of those. This is real. We radically change people's health, but it is also a business. My CPA, when he told me that I could write off my initial investment that I made to get my family's health products, I was like, are you talking about? There's no way I can write this off. That's not a business. It was a fraction of what I'd spent to start my skincare store and my construction company. And it wasn't like a brick and mortar location. And I got to consume my investment. So it made no sense to me. But now, as we talk about the taxes that I have to pay every year because of the income that I'm making from this business, it is mind boggling to be bringing in more than 5 times what I made as a physician assistant. And so I want you to know, if the business side isn't intriguing to you, I'm going to show you how to get started there. But one option for those of you watching is to just be a customer. You can just be a customer. It's literally as easy as 2 clicks. You go to livepure.com. right? You choose, you use the little search box up at the top right-hand corner and you type in what you want. Family pack is what I started with. It's what Lindley started with because we wanted to get our whole family on track, not just me. And thankfully I did, because it's my husband's testimony and my nephew's testimony that are a huge part of why I'm here today. But you can also just type in the Core Plus or the Core Complete, put whatever you want into the shopping cart. There's a great Mother's Day program or offer right now on the Sensia skincare. And when we go to checkout, it's going to say, do you want to be a preferred customer? Yes, you do. It's totally free. You give them your email address. You get the 25% discount off of the retail price. There's no obligation to purchase again. And put in the name of the person who invited you. Like it's going to say, who invited you? Put the name in. You're good to go. So I hope you'll consider being a customer with us, because your life could potentially be changed forever via your health and how you're treating your body. If you're listening to this and you're like, I'm interested in the business, I'm interested in the time freedom, I'm interested in the travel, I'm interested in creating an additional stream of income, I'm going to show you how to get started as a brand partner. Now, I don't think I had the slide in here, but the Core Plus is $289. Okay. It's less than $10 a day to service your whole body for 30 days. Okay. So that's, if you want to be a customer, it's worth more than your phone or your car or your roof. Go do the 30-day servicing. All right. But if you're thinking, I can't afford $289, then gosh, I hope that you'll consider partnering with us so that I can teach you how to create residual income and weekly checks with just 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week of work. We have an entire training system online, a coaching program that is free with your decision to partner with us as a brand partner. Okay, there's two ways to create income here. One way is to sell products to customers. Okay, maybe some of you were invited here today and you're thinking, I'm just interested in the products. Great. You can create a significant income just recommending the products to people, just recommending our coffee, just sending videos that I've spent years creating, educating on the benefits of, for instance, skin defense that you can use on a plane to kill all bugs and all viruses. If someone coughs on your face on a plane, what are you going to do? You can't put alcohol sanitizer on your face. You can spray this in your mouth, in your eyes, on the person if you want to. I have videos educating on all of our products that you can then share with people. You can actually see when they open them, so you know whether or not they're really interested. That all comes with our training program. And maybe you're going to choose to build that way and create a $1,000 to $2,000 a month income by just having customers. Some people, on the other hand, say, $1,000 to $2,000 a month really isn't intriguing to me. I can't walk away from my job with that. It's not really going to give me the time freedom I'm looking for. You're a big dreamer. You can make whatever you want to make by literally inviting people to watch a presentation just like this. And the only difference between building a customer business and a team brand partner business is how you invite. You're either going to invite by talking about healthy products and asking them if they're interested in switching from their coffee to this coffee, or you're going to invite openly and say, I found something that I think might be right up your alley. Are you open to take a look? We teach you all of this in our training system, and the income that you can create is uncapped. As Lindley alluded to earlier, it's not just me. This couple made $7,200 in their first 2 weeks and went on to make over $15,000 their first month. This couple, Skip actually did business with one of our owners, Phil Knight, the author of Shoe Dog, founder of the largest shoe company in the world, has a big swoosh symbol on it. Skip said, honey, you are going to get started with this. She was spending over 200 nights a year out working in corporate America away from their family, left that job, started this job, created a residual income, and has radically changed their life. But more importantly, hearing Lindley's story reminds me, Kristen was able to spend every day that she wanted to with her girls throughout their high school years. Middle school and elementary school, she was absent for that. One of the first people she called was Cozy. Cozy had just lost her husband to cancer, was raising the 4 kids by herself. Cozy watched the presentation, jumped in, made a list of people, invited them to watch a presentation, and she made $32,000 her first 12 weeks. Lindley made $102,000 her first 6 months. Joshua and Ashley, they were $30,000 in debt. They literally used their mortgage payment. I don't necessarily say and recommend that you should do that, but Josh knew what he was going to do here. He used his mortgage payment, made $30,000 his first 5 weeks, paid off not just his mortgage payment, but the debt that they were in. And he now has 12 residual income rental properties. He's just continued to use the money he makes with Pure. It doesn't stop, and invest that in other residual income streams. Does everybody do this who gets partners with me? No. Just like everybody who joins the gym does not lose the weight that they're trying to weight. Why do they not lose the weight that they're trying to lose? They're not consistent. They don't listen to their coach. They don't do the things that they should be doing. You get coached here. We teach you how to spend 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week to create this residual income stream. If you have 20 customers who purchase just 3 of our products every month, you'll make $1,000 a month here. The sky is the limit if you choose to build teams. You can have teams in Korea, in Australia, in Canada. We are all over the world. But what I want you to understand is the sky is the limit with just 2 teams. 2 teams. You might have 20 people who choose to partner with you, but with just 2, you can create endless income. So people look at this slide, and I love to bring it in because they go, oh, it's a pyramid, isn't it? I said, what do you mean by that? You know, where the person at the top makes all the money, like your job, like my job, like where I used to work, where the doctor made the most, and then the CFO, and then the physicians, and then the PAs, and then the nurses, and then the secretaries. Secretaries could never make as much as the guy at the top. You mean like that? It's the opposite of that. I make more than the person who told me, and the person who told them, and the person who told them, and the person who told them, because I was consistent. I followed a system. I refused to quit sharing because I knew the power of the products. What I want you to see is Tara here brings in Pat, brings in Samantha. Whether Pat and Samantha do anything or not, the next 2 people that Tara brings in goes on Samantha and Pat's team. So yeah, Samantha and Pat benefit from Janet, Timothy, Bethany, Natasha's orders. They go into a savings account for Pat and Samantha, sitting there until they begin to start to share it with others. 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Can you do that? There's no cap to what you can make here, guys. So it's $49 to enroll as a brand partner. It's free if you're a military student or you get started with one of our business packs. Those have free shipping as well. The monthly overhead is about 3 products a month. That's about $130 a month. We cannot afford not to spend $130 a month on our health. I'm just going to tell you that as a healthcare provider, you can't afford not to do that. Okay. But if you truly can't afford to spend $135 a month on 3 supplements from this company, and your Aunt Betty is one of your customers and she spends $130 a month on 3 products, your monthly overhead is covered. That was mind blowing to me when I first started. My monthly overhead for the skincare store was thousands of dollars for the rent, for the lights, for the employees' payroll, for the inventory that I had to keep up with. None of that. You have none of that here. And then you go place your first order. You can order whatever you want to start as a brand partner. Start wherever you want. Core Plus, Core Complete, and your $49 enrollment, you're in. You're good to go. But I want to really encourage you. If you really want to be serious, go with the biggest pack. Go with the VIP pack. The Wellness Pack is our newest pack. It's amazing, but you get $4,000 worth of products for about $2,500. Here's what I want you to hear. You're getting a business for $2,500. You're getting your family's health for $2,500. If you walk through Whole Foods with a grocery cart full of $2,500 worth of products, you look a little crazy. But starting a business for $2,500, that's why my CPA called me and said, this might be the best business investment you ever did. He was right. We laugh about it today, 15 years later. Here's also what I want you to understand. You get an additional bonus from the company for you to take advantage of the first 6 months that you're building if you come in with this package. You also get access to my VIP coaching. My VIP coaching calls, my VIP leadership retreats. You get taken under the wings of the 6- and 7-figure earners. You can have a private presentation just like this, filmed for you to share with people rather than them coming and watching and not seeing your face at all. You don't have to put your face on the screen, but you can. There's a lot of benefits to coming in with that higher package. Maybe the biggest benefit is having the products for your family to use. The best of everything that this company offers. So go to livepure.com. Throw into the pack what you want. You can choose whatever you want, but I highly recommend the Wellness Pack. The VIP Wellness Pack is my favorite starting point. The trips we've gone on, this is Italy 2 years ago. This is over 40 people that earned a free trip to Italy. All walks of life, all ages, all colors, all occupations. Anyone can do this. You follow our paint by number program and you can travel the world. This is Greece. This is all of us in Greece. George Clooney was at this resort 5 days before us, and we're going to Switzerland in September. Who wants to go with us? The sky is the limit, but I can promise you, if you do not change, nothing will change. So if you're looking for a change, I'm going to stay on for just a few minutes, answer any questions that you might have. I encourage you to stay on and get your questions answered. Get back to the person who invited you and let them know, like, what's your interest level? What are you most interested in? What questions do you have? Ask them their story. Why did they share this with you? Why did they choose to get started? What has their experience been? All of that is important when you're making a decision like this. I love it for people to know that they're confident about what it is that they're doing, because this could be the moment, this could be the night that changes your life forever. I'm not kidding when I say that. So I'm just going to stay on for a moment. I'm going to stop the recording. Somebody is saying I have no time. Yeah, 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Can you do that? If you can spend 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week to radically change your life forever, if you can find that time sitting in the car before you get to work, you can do this while you're driving. I built almost my entire business while I was driving on the way to work. Hey, Teresa, I don't know if you know what I'm doing, but you've got to look at it. I think it could be right up your alley. If I send you a video, will you watch? If I send you a link, can you jump on tonight at 8 o'clock and take a look? What is it, Rachel? I'd say, I have 5 patients waiting in the parking lot. There's no way I can explain it in 2 minutes. Like, watch the video. And we know if they watch the video or not. There's with the app and the platform that we have, you can see when you send it if they watch it. If they don't watch it, then fine, right? But we teach you exactly what to say. And then we have questions they can get on and ask. The questions can be answered by us. So thank you guys so much for joining. I hope that I get to meet you at one of our upcoming events or trips. Or if you have questions, maybe whoever invited you will connect you to myself or to Lindley so that we can answer your questions. Good night. God bless everybody. Bye.